So, do you guys ever join a match and begin struggling as you join the match because you're trying to figure out which perk should I use, which attachment should I use on my gun, what will make me a better player? Well, if you guys have ever had that issue, you've come to the right place. Well, hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo or Carl Hungus712. I figured I'd give you guys do a little tips and tricks video here for you. The background gameplay, I think you guys will like. It's on Nuketown. Junior Quinn and I, we were playing during the CWL XP bonus this last weekend, and of course they still haven't fixed this. This has been a problem in the game, I think, since the beta. Quinn ends up getting thrown on the other team, even though we're all three in a party. But anyways, he decides to run around with the crossbows. He ends up doing really well. He ends up dropping 40. I dropped, I think, 73 or 75 kills, so I go off quite a bit. And like I said, I think Junior drops about 60. So we all play well. Junior and I end up coming out victorious. But I think you guys will really like the gameplay in the background and some of the perks and the attachments in the background I'm actually using. And I figured I'd give you guys, like I said, a tips and tricks video here to help you guys out in public matches. I'll do a tips and tricks video later on for competitive matches, but I figure I'll just start off with pubs right now because that's probably what most of you guys play anyways. First, to start off with, I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, The Exclusive Ace. He said that this first perk that I'm going to talk about, Cold-Blooded, is kind of a useless perk, and I greatly disagree with him on that. I think Cold-Blooded is one of the most underrated perks in the game. Not only does it blind you from thermals, which it's not a huge deal. Thermals are kind of used sometimes in games like Domination and Hardpoint and things when smoke is thrown. Thermals will basically help you see through smoke, and it'll protect you from that. But the big thing for me with Cold-Blooded is, especially in objective-based games, on TDM I don't think it's quite as useful. But in games like Domination and Hardpoint, games like that where they're constantly basically the enemy, Cold-Blooded has saved me so many times. I can't tell you how many matches I've joined and just played against guys who are just really good players, or I joined a match late and you hear Raps ship deployed, Sentry Gun inbound, Cerberus is driving around on the ground. You have all these streaks down on the ground, and everybody's dying left and right and feeding this guy kills. And I'm fine. I'm immune to it because any ground-based kill streaks, Cold-Blooded saves you from that. And I think a lot of people underestimate how good that perk really is. I mean, it really is a lifesaver in objective-based games. Now, in your more kill-oriented games like TDM and Free-For-All, I don't know if Cold-Blooded's quite as good. You'd probably be better off using Hardwired or Fast Hands. But in games like Domination and Hardpoint, where you're playing against good players who are constantly calling in streaks, Cold-Blooded saves you. It's a very underrated perk, and it's one I definitely recommend. Number 2, again, and this perk here is best, again, in objective-based games, but it can work quite well in any other game type in this game, is Flak Jacket. I can't tell you how many times, too, Flak Jacket has saved my tail. Not only from trip mines, but just people spamming grenades across the map. Just anything explosive. Flak Jacket seems to help, except for the RC card. RC card doesn't seem to matter if you have Flak Jacket or not, but Flak Jacket, God, it's such a good perk, another underrated perk. Of course, number 2, Flak Jacket, goes with number 3, Tac Mask, which is another perk I don't see enough people running. I can't tell you how many times I've played competitive game modes on game battles at LAN tournaments where the enemy team, all they do is spam grenades and stuns or concussions or flashbangs, whatever. That's all they do. And Tac Mask it keeps you from being disoriented basically from them. And I'm sure you guys all know this from playing Call of Duty, because I'm sure you guys aren't amateurs or anything of the sort, but Tac Mask it saves you so many times when you get just bombarded by flashbangs and concussion grenades. I mean, it just saves. I can't tell you how many times I've won gunfights because the guy decided, instead of challenging me or shooting me, he was going to flashbang me or hit me with a stun grenade, and he gets a little Tac Mask emblem, and I just end up destroying him. So it also protects you from shock charges, so if you want to go destroy those campers that are sitting up top in Nuketown, you definitely don't have to worry about it. Number 4, now this perk is just, I'd say, only put this on a couple of backup classes for your objective-based games, and that would be the Blind Eye perk. Now, the Blind Eye perk, like I said, it's not extremely useful unless somebody has your air streaks up. But I've had it so many times where Junior and I have joined a match late and it was domination or hard point, and we're just getting trashed, and there's all kinds of helicopters up, wraiths, just all kinds of shit. I think the Talon too is what Blind Eye protects you from. And I've had a couple of classes that had Blind Eye on, and I was able to get my streaks and basically counter their streaks. So if you guys, I wouldn't recommend it on every class, but throw it on a couple of backup classes. You'll thank me later on that one. Number 5, if you have any kind of headset whatsoever, use awareness in this game. Black Ops 2 awareness, it worked a little bit. Dead Silence worked a little bit. But in Black Ops 2, you really couldn't... footsteps weren't a big deal. It was more call-outs and things like that. You could hear people when they jump. And like I said, if you threw a grenade a lot of times in a lot of LAN tournaments, I'd purposely throw grenades and things into the enemy spawn, not necessarily hoping to get a kill, but the enemy player would shout out something. So with awareness... Again, it's if you have a decent headset in this game, you will hear footsteps, you will hear reloads, you will hear call-outs, you'll hear all kinds of things anywhere on the map. I can't tell you how many kills I've gotten in this game using awareness. And of course, I have a set of Astro A40s. You don't need Astros. You can go buy a cheap pair of Turtle Beaches. Any headset, awareness works wonders in this game. I definitely recommend it if you want the edge over the competition. Number 6, these two go together, Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence. When you're playing sweats, this is what you want to use for sure. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to use Tac Mask, but if you don't have Tac Mask on, you're playing sweats, and you have Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence, throw a couple of trophy systems on your class, and you will be set. Because I can't tell you, again, how many times with my Astros, especially, and I don't even need awareness on, I just having my Astros on. If somebody doesn't have Dead Silence or Blast Suppressor on, I can hear them boosting around the map, I can hear them running all over the place, especially with the Scythe, man. That robot's, the feed on the robot, man, I can hear that guy a mile away. So definitely use that when you're playing sweats in public matches. Like I said, you'll love it. It hides you, it masks your noise and your footsteps so much, it just gives you an edge over the competition. Number 7, if you like running submachine guns and you want to really annoy the other team, you'll typically see sweats using this, and yes, I use it too, so you can call me a sweat, I don't mind it at all. But put stock on your submachine gun and strafe left and right when you're shooting. You're basically skating on ice, and if you, like I said, you're almost invincible to hit. It's really tough, and you'll see that a lot with me when my feet are down on the ground and I'm not up in the air in gunfights. I use stock, I strafe. It just makes you such a difficult target to hit, and that's the thing in these new games. It's not so much accuracy and who shoots you first. It's not really that anymore. It's not map positioning like it used to be. It's basically evasion. Evasion's the big thing in these new games, and with stock you're going to evade so many bullets. So I definitely recommend stock on the submachine gun. It still works on the ARs, not as well in this game. They really nerfed it, because in Black Ops 2 you used to be able to basically skate with the AN-94 and M8, so you were really difficult to hit, so that's why they nerfed it on that, but it seems like they buffed it on the submachine guns. So definitely, if you have not tried that out, please put stock on your submachine gun. You'll love it. Number 8. This is something that it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but when you're playing people of similar skill and sometimes even better skill, it will give you an advantage, and that is rapid fire. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly from Drifter's videos and from the Nen Kirsten forums, I think rapid fire only increases your gun's fire rate percentage 6%. It's 6 or 7%, and that's not that much. It used to be higher in the older games. But when you're going up against equally skilled players, sometimes even higher skilled players, and you have the same gun as them, and they have all the same attachments except you have rapid fire and they don't, you will win that gunfight probably 9 out of 10 times. The reason I don't say 10 out of 10 times is in case you miss some bullets or if there's some lag in the lobby. Rapid fire, again, I've used that before in league play games where you use the CW rules, and it's ridiculous. Like I said, it doesn't give you a huge advantage. It's only 6 or 7%. But again, when you're going up against equally skilled players, sometimes even better skilled players. You're using the same weapons, but yours fires a little bit faster. You're going to have the advantage. Number 9, and this isn't a perk or an attachment, but this is something that has saved me so many times. And I went back and played Black Ops 2 the last few days, and I will do some uploads for you guys and hopefully some live streams on Black Ops 2 for you guys if you're interested in it. But use a sidearm if you have the available slots. I can't tell you how many times, and you'll see it, I'm sure you've seen it in this gameplay here, where I get low on ammo or I run out of ammo, and I click triangle to switch guns, because I'm thinking, okay, well, I have my MR6 or my RK5 in my back pocket. Oh shit, no I don't. Sidearms are such, especially in Treyarch games. I don't know what it is with sidearms in Treyarch games, but the pistol is ridiculously overpowered in this game. And I shouldn't say overpowered. It's just, it's really good. You know, you're not used to sidearms being that well. But if you have the available slots for it, it's just one point. Use a sidearm. I can't tell you how many times I've switched to a sidearm instead of reloading to finish a guy off that's one shot, or I need to hit him with a bullet and a half basically to kill him. It's quicker than reloading, even with fast MIGs. Switch or put a sidearm on, and like I said, you'll thank me, definitely. Because like I said, in this gameplay you can see I have to play a little bit more conservatively because I keep trying to switch to my sidearm when I do run low on ammo and I'm in the enemy base. If I had a sidearm in this game, I probably drop 90 kills, but I don't, and it sometimes screws me, and I've got to basically jump back out of spawn and reload and regroup and everything like that. So use a sidearm if you guys don't. I know sometimes it seems useless. Use it. It'll help you. And the 10th and final attachment here, attachment/perk, that I do see a lot of people using, but I don't see it quite as much anymore. You don't see it a lot in competitive. It's basically banned in UMG, MLG. But I believe you can still use it in the CWL rules, is high caliber. Now, if you're playing sweats, typically sweats like to head glitch. It's just a smart way of playing. All you're showing is your head. And of course, if you guys don't know, the bullets in this game come out of your eyes. They don't come out of your gun model. They come out of your eyes. So that's why you sometimes will get killed where the guy's gun's pointed down at the ground, but his eyes are looking right at you. That's why he kills you. But high caliber it works wonders, especially with your higher damage assault rifles like the Shiva and the XR2. I can't tell you how many times I've destroyed guys on head glitches with that attachment. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, I don't see enough people using it. And I think sometimes people think, oh, well, I put high caliber on, that means I can shoot the guy anywhere and it's going to kill him faster. Only headshots. So basically it's a very niche attachment, and that's why I have it so low on this list. But like I said, I can't tell you how many times I've used the Shiva, I've used the M8, I've used the XR2. It's better with your higher powered guns, like your XR2, your Man of War, your Shiva. Those are the best guns to use that attachment on. But I want to know if you guys like me doing these type of things, helping you guys out, giving you some info on how I've become a pretty decent player at Black Ops 3. I almost said Black Ops 2. How I've become a decent player at Black Ops 3. And like I said, let me know if these tips and tricks help you. I hope they really do, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next video, and bow out. I forgot I got Elaine's little kicks dance here, Junior. I forgot to call it. Well, back out and then